Can you talk a little bit about the Coalition of Labor Union Women? And,
Oh, I would love to talk about that. In 1974, I got a word somewhere, somehow, that there was going to be an organization formed in Chicago called the Coalition of Labor Union Women. And I decided I had to go to that. And I wanted to go there and talk about affirmative action. Because one of the things I had been involved in, along with union activity and so on, was the civil rights struggles. And I have been involved in that, actually, in a sense, ever since I joined the party. There was a black woman told me at that time that when she was a club member, party member with me, that no white person could understand what life was like for a black person. And I didn't think she was right. But in the years subsequently, I have realized that that's an absolute fact. That none of us have ever had the opportunity to really live the life that black people live. The closest I ever came was when one of my friends, who was a Finnish descent, but American-born Finnish, was involved in a Finnish organization, and I can't remember the title of it. They had festivals, and they were going to have a festival in Portland, and she and I and another woman took our children and went on the bus. Well, the first thing that happened was the kids had to go to the bathroom before we ever got out of city limits. And the second thing was, it took us a long time to feed the kids when we stopped in Chehalis. It was Chehalis. So when we got to Portland, we were not very welcomed, we two white people. She was a leader of the Finnish people. She and her husband took care of these old women and old men. We were the youngest in that bus. So I had the one experience that gave me an understanding of what it's like to be unwelcome among a group of people. But we put our kids to bed, and then we went up, and they were very pleasant that night. The next day, the kids sang for a program, and on the way home, we were very welcome. We were very welcomed. But I'm sorry, I got sidetracked from.
That's okay. Getting back to the Coalition of Labor Union.
Oh yes.
Did you end up going to Chicago then?
I went to people and I said, I want to go to this meeting, and they gave me money, and that's how I got there. I represented quite a number of people. So I was a founding member of the Coalition of Labor Union Women. I'm real proud of that. I came back here, I was a founding member of the group that's existing today.